Hey guys, doing something I don't do very often, actually, just talking basketball with you. Little Game 5 quick reaction. I just got done calling the game on Hot Mic, so if you like my stuff, again, make sure you download the free Hot Mic app, Hot MIC in the App Store, code SCOUT, so you can listen to me actually call a game live chat, $50 cash giveaway. I'll be on there tomorrow night for Clippers Jazz Game 5. Phenomenal Game 5, Nets Bucks. I don't know how the Nets pulled it off. Vintage, historic, legendary, spiritual. Thanks, Jamal Crawford. Kevin Durant performance absolutely outrageous. Jeff Green, massive, obviously. A few things I just want to touch on. A few people talking about why didn't Bud and Milwaukee target James Harden more. To be honest, they did. A few things happened. Jrue Holiday got the yips down the stretch. I don't know if everybody noticed that. That's one thing I'm not seeing a ton of people talk about on Twitter and everything, but he missed a three with Harden backing way off him with like 5 minutes left. And then after that, Harden continued to give him like a massive cushion. At one point, Holiday airballed the shot, and then he basically was afraid to shoot it. So he, it's wild because he's a hell of a player. He overall plays a good floor game, great defense, makes winning plays. But this is why I bristle. People like calling him the third superstar, or like this all NBA type player, and he's done this in his career a lot of times. He's got something mentally down the stretch where he just doesn't really want the ball, and so again, Harden was playing him way off him, and he was afraid to shoot it, and then he also would not just try to drive James. Even though he's playing with a big cushion, doesn't mean you can't still drive the ball at him, take advantage of his inability to move his feet at all. Speaking of which, again, people criticize Bud. I don't think Bud's the best adjuster. I don't think he's the best playoff coach of all time. But a lot of this stuff, again, is just reads. It's stuff that players have to do on the spot. For example, Giannis had James Harden ISO 2 down the stretch. And instead of, again, facing up and using his speed to go by him with the dribble, Giannis went to a back down and took a fadeaway. It was a terrible shot down the stretch. James Harden, not a great defender overall, terrible defender tonight. But the one thing he can do defensively is guard post-ups physically. So he bodied Giannis pretty well with that armbar, forced him into a tough turnaround. What else? The challenge was terrible by Bud. That was a awful, awful use of a challenge. Ended up costing them a major timeout down the stretch. Yeah, Giannis again. It's just a game of skill at a certain point, right? KD more skilled ultimately than Giannis, and Giannis does a lot of things well, but yeah, also he didn't step up and take the challenge. Him winning Defensive Player of the Year last year was a joke. He didn't guard KD really at all. Couple of possessions in the first half, certainly not down the stretch, because they know he's not that kind of defender. He can't move like that laterally. That's just not who he is. He's a good weak side help defender, good shot blocker, high motor guy generally. But Tucker, Middleton, Holiday, all those guys better moving their feet. What else? I think I touched on just about everything. Seth Partnow said, "Do you think about guarding Durant with two when he doesn't have the ball?" Oh my God, that's so dumb. If KD has the ball, you trap pick and rolls. If he's on a pin down, you trap him coming off it. Things like that. Sure, you could do. But in the NBA, you don't. When he's spotting up, you're gonna go have two guys hugging him and let them play 4-on-3, like wide open. No, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of in my life. That's why these analytics dudes just don't have a clue. KD best player on earth. I'm just like scrolling through Twitter, seeing which of the ridiculous takes. Giannis did fumble that great Holiday pass down the stretch. That was massive. Darren Ravel, Giannis attempt a free throw. Oh God, terrible. Salute KD Trey, one of the best playoff performances ever. Yes, Nate Jones, you are correct. PJ, great defender, did a hell of a job trying. Honestly, made everything tough for KD, but KD is just next level, legendary, unreal. No more questioning his legacy. That was obscene. 49 points, 17 rebounds, 10 assists. Doesn't get much better than that, but we don't need the hysteria. Again, it's not all Bud. It's Giannis. It's players making decisions down the stretch. It's Jrue Holiday shying away in the big moments. But you look at it, you go into Game 6 on your home court. They did what they're supposed to do. Now we need to do what we're supposed to do force a Game 7 in Brooklyn where anything can happen. Pressure certainly on Milwaukee, but series far from over. Greatness, appreciate it while you can, people. LeBron, weren't right about your police tweet, but you were right about that. Good tweet, agreed. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, thumb up, Scout with Bryan, the podcast, Instagram, and obviously YouTube. Thanks again for checking this out.